Don't look like I'm selling today.
I put in a buy order to buy at 80.
It is not practical
to buy Sirius at 80.
Why would you buy at 80?
Jimmy knows what he's doing.
Because I'm a stock expert, stupid.
Yeah, don't gotta sell.
I'm a stockologist.
Feasible alternative. You have millions and millions of radios out there on each one.
It's a bull market for NASDAQ.
And that are embedded.
Oh, wow. XM up $2.29.
Of course it is.
To $16.27. Up 16.38% on 16,650,000 shares.
Buy at 49.
By the way, we know where Elo's been. You've been asking a question for a while.
Serve that very large existing customer base.
But Gary,
he just negotiated his firing
on that spectrum, because I don't really think anybody is going to develop a new satellite radio venture, given you guys are locked up.
Why isn't Sirius going up faster?
I mean,
I don't own XM.
A viable solution if the
I buy XM at 49. I buy Sirius at 80. I don't compromise with no one. You fucking guys play the little child's games you play with stock.
Then what do you sell at?
I sell at $4,000 across the board. $4,000 I sell.
They have a radio in that ability that we would have once we are together to figure out the way to market it and bring it into the consumer in as
what the hell?
An opportunity.
It only cost me $1
because that product truly gives the
sell at 50 cents. Sell everything at 50 cents.
We would be anxious to bring it to market once we know that we have this, regulatory.
You got some calls in, Jimmy?
Certainly on a combined basis, that is the real essence.
I just bought 1,000 call options at $1.
You got ripped off. I bought 25,000 call options at $12.50 each. Sell at 50 cents.
As elegantly as you can, the range of buyers and options with whether it's a standalone basis, all mechanisms of capabilities.
You might be in trouble, Jimmy.
I'm not in trouble. And it was like Elo and I discussed a few weeks ago. We were buying stock quietly under assumed names.
On a combined basis, will have every economic incentive.
That's right. Joe Smith bought some stock recently.
As possible, and the broadest portfolio.
But Joe Smith did buy.
Oh, I hope so too.
Numbers of channels and types of channels and pricing, but also from numbers of devices and types of devices are out there as quickly as possible.
So we know that we've given you an awful lot of material in a short period of time, and we
good point, Wes.
have a bunch of meetings that we really need to go to, so Gary and I are off. But our crack investor relations teams are available to you, so if there's any questions you want, I'm sure they will all be responsive. And on behalf of both of us, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, boss.
Thank you for your participation in today's conference. This concludes the presentation.
What are you wearing, lady?
Now disconnect and have a good day.
All right.
So is Mel and Gary together right now?
Yeah.
Where are they?
Together again.
In a bathhouse.
Are they wearing suits?
Well, today's range is a little middling now. The conference is over now. They settled back. The stock went up. I think some people bailed.
You know what it is, though? It's a whole bunch of bull trader stuff going on. There's bull trading. It's a very bear market. And please.
Will you stop laughing? We got an expert on the show.
I know what I'm talking about. It's a bear market.
Jimmy, continue.
And stock has dipped a bit after an initial peak in a bull market. NASDAQ.
What about options?
Yeah, please. Who doesn't need them? What are we, faggots? Show me a man with no options. I'll show you a man with two cocks in his mouth.
People are saying Boardroom Jimmy is their new favorite character. Bird from Philly. Boardroom Jimmy.
Of course.
You heard the press conference. Why don't you summarize for us here what you heard?
Bunch of bullshit, really. It's just going to be a couple satellites are going to go up, and what we're going to do is we're going to buy back all the options and then sell at $3.11. End of discussion. That's what cash flow is, as Mel and I have talked about before.
Boardroom Jimmy, yes.
I told him.
So is this a good deal for both companies?
It certainly is not a good deal.
Why?
Because we need to make more satellite companies. Dilute the market.
Boardroom Jimmy.
Boardroom Jimmy is scary.
Boardroom Jimmy understands that free FM is the only way to make this work. Stop charging people and add commercials.
Boardroom Jimmy, you got a lot of stockholders. They're a bit nervous with this news of this merger. Well, you got to calm their fears here, sir.
There's no need to have any fear. In a bear market, there's always going to be NASDAQ trading. How many times does Mr. Parsons and Mel and I have to tell you that?
You know why Boardroom Jimmy scares me? He's very adamant about and passionate about what he's talking about, but it's nonsense.
It's not. It makes perfect sense. In a bear market, you might have a point, but right now it's bull trader. Excuse me, Hawk. You're redundant. Don't touch that.
Dave in West Orange, is Jimmy wearing suspenders and a pinstripe suit? Jimmy Gordon, Gecko Norton.
That's right. Sell.
I love Boardroom Jimmy. He's a total ass.
Boardroom Jimmy makes a lot of sense.
You sure do,
I certainly do. And the only way to make this work is insider trading. I've said that many times. Give information to people and then don't tell the public.
What about the monopoly? Yeah.
Exactly. It's a fine game, and I'm going to have it in every break room for all of our employees.
This is never going to get FCC approval because
we don't need the FCC. I say fuck them. We do what we want. We don't go to
people. Boardroom Jimmy, we got a lot of questions coming in. We got some dude. He wants to know, what about the synergy and the bottom line?
Synergy is for faggots, and the bottom line is what. I don't get involved in the bottom line. Sell at $1.50. Bottom line. Stop with that hack corporate talk.
Sell at $1.50.
The bottom line is what Eric Logan is laying under after a night of drinking.
All right, I don't think we have any more questions for Boardroom Jimmy.
Boardroom Jimmy's hungry.
I think we've covered it. But, we're going to have to keep the new character because, there's going to be a lot of questions.
I'll be happy to answer any of them.
All right. Someone is saying, get Jimmy a monocle.
A monocle and one of those oldie time tickers. The big glass globe that the ticker tape comes out of.
He needs a pocket watch. Boardroom Jimmy, would you like a pocket watch?
I don't care what you get me, because the S&C 500 is exactly what I'm trying to say.
What about blue chip stocks there?
I don't believe in blue chip stocks.
No.
Sell everything.
Are you more a penny stock guy? Huh? Penny stock?
No, I just buy options.
Right.
3,000 options at $40 per, and then sell.
You realize the stocks would have to be about $4,000.
Of course they would be. Who wouldn't know that?
Someone wants to know, Boardroom Jimmy, can you explain the difference between NASDAQ and the Dow?
I certainly can, but I choose not to.
That would be insider trading.
That's insider trading. The Dow. Who doesn't? The Dow is irrelevant. It's falling by the wayside.
Irrelevant.
The Dow. That's the way blacks deal with the Dow. White people, we stay with NASDAQ.
Oh, God. How about the ticker? We got a lot of newbies out there. What are they looking for when they read the ticker?
They're trying to find stock pricing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Now, what would you do? What would you do in this situation? You got serious.
What is this?
It's you could buy options now for pretty cheap. Do you buy put options or call options?
Yes.
See, do you think the price is going up? You buy some calls. Or you think it's going to go down, then you buy some put.
The options right now, you don't buy now, stupid. You wait till the options go up, and then you buy when they're more valuable.
But it's all relative.
Hey, of course it's all relative.
If you bought call options now and if the price goes up, then they're worth more and you sell them and make some money.
Yeah, but right here it just says that interest rates have been fluctuating for some time.
Where did that come from?
Of course.
Someone from New York, pair Boardroom Jimmy with the Money Honey. It'll be the Money Honey and the Money Dummy.
Yeah. Well, I've been in this discussion before. The Money Honey is a cunt. Wilson, for Christ's sake, sell!
My God. We're on.
This is one of my favorites from the movie right here.
All right, trading reopened right now. Get those brokers back in here! Turn those machines back on! Turn those machines back on!
That's someone who took Jimmy's advice.
right. Yeah, well, we'll see who laughs last when I've got all the money in my corner.
All right. I see you got the Market Watch.
Of course I do. I live for the Market Watch. I wipe my hiney with old editions of it. All I read.
Jimmy White's with the Wall Street Journal now.
It's a fun paper.
All right, we're going to break. All right. We got Heather Graham coming in.
Yep. Yes.
Promoting Gray Matters. Limited release this Friday.
Is she here yet?
Limited release. Oh, boy.
I love her.
Not yet. She has a makeout scene in that movie.
Yeah.
We were just watching it earlier.
She's got a good cast,
E-Rock
too.
popped it up.
Yeah.
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 Pretty cool. And then she was in one of my favorite movies ever.
Roller Girl.
Boogie Nights.
Yep.
Boogie Nights. And Austin Powers. She was in that.
Is Boardroom Jimmy still in the room? Because,
Boardroom Jimmy is eating, but what's the question? I'll see if I can give a simplistic, fast answer.
all right. Boardroom Jimmy. How do I diversify my portfolio to compensate for the volatility of my satellite radio share?
There is no volatility. Diversifying is for Jews and faggots. I've said that many times. Oh, Standard & Poor's 500 specifically says that.
Standard & Poor's. Boardroom Jimmy, how will this merger affect OPEC?
OPEC is non-existent anymore. It's just a figurehead. Please talk to me during a bear market about OPEC. Here's what I say about OPEC and mergers. That's what I say.
Oh, God. Oh, God. I love how it's bull and bear at the same time.
Of course it is. We both knew that.
That's great. All right. Diversify.
I think we've run this one into the
We
ground.
certainly have. We're running out of steam in the boardroom.
Actually, no, we're not. They're loving Boardroom Jimmy.
Boardroom Jimmy. That's the guy to listen to when you want to invest.
Oh, everyone wants to get cheery with the Steve song. Can we do that going to break?
Oh, we could do that.
All right, let me find it. We all got to get happy here. We all got to relax. We're in the middle of chaos here. Chaos rules the world.
It was a good racist joke.
It certainly was. We won't be having any more of those on this platform.
No.
Not with the new amortization.
What? Wait, I think stock.
Oh my God!
Boardroom Jimmy's making another appearance on the Opie and Anthony show.
Boardroom Jimmy doesn't want to run himself into the ground. Let's just say amortization.
Wow!
Wow! Really?
You know what that means?
Of course you don't.
What do you think of the glass ceiling?
Fiscal years will shut the glass ceilings down.
Fiscal years.
I don't even know what he's talking about.
Of course you don't. It's way above your head, as the glass ceiling should be.
Obviously.
Amortization.
Boardroom Jimmy, is this merger still baking?
It's not baking. It's in one bucket with the SEC looking at the whole conglomerate. It's all about leveraging, Greg.
Leverage. Yeah, you gotta call us by our real names.
Yeah, that's true.
Just make it Tony or something, okay?
Mr. Kamiya, do you not understand? It's all about leveraging.
Yeah?
Yes.
It's gotta be.
Of course it is. If you don't understand what dividend and reinvestment plans are, then you don't belong in this conversation.
I've just leveraged 1,000 shares.
Yeah.
Of Sirius. Mm-hmm. I've leveraged.
Put them on puts.
I love them.
Could you explain puts?
Yes.
To the layman?
All right.
There's something you do with stock which is going to knock the bear market right back to where it belongs. We have a settlement date, gentlemen. If your net income doesn't outweigh your profitability, puts are of no value. Mr. Kamiya, do I have your understanding on this?
Absolutely.
Any questions from you, Gregory?
I think you've said it all.
Oh, God.
Okay. I'm not going to talk about the EBI TDA. What do we have all day about this? Yeah, but I know what it is, stupid. You don't think my annual report addressed this?
How do you feel about Mel Karmazzi as your CEO there, Boardroom Jimmy?
Mel Karmazzi is an incompetent blunderer. He has no idea. He ran Viacom into the ground. Profitability was up.
Wait. If it's up, isn't that good?
It certainly is. Oh, my God. Specifically drove the stock through insider trading from a small piece to a larger piece without one time selling at $42 as I suggested.
Wow, you do know your stuff.
I certainly do, and if Mel Karmazzi wants to discuss common stock, well, then we can talk about cash flow. Can't we, Mr. Parsons? Gregory, please, not now.
I was just going to ask you, are you worried about the SEC?
The SEC can kiss my ball bag. Insider trading is funny. What do you think of those apples, Mr. Martin? SEC and the FCC, same thing to me.
Okay. Are you going to be ringing the opening bell tomorrow?
Yeah, maybe so, if I have a bunch of deferred profit sharings in my asshole. Deferred profit shares are for faggots.
Looks like you have quite the portfolio over there.
I certainly do. Yeah. My joint tenants and myself have discussed this. This deal has long-term gain, gentlemen. Mr. Karmazzi, I say to you, and if you can't divest your portfolio from that, you don't belong on this conversation, sir. Stop handing me notes, Mr. Bryant. My throat hurts.
All right.
If you don't understand what outstanding shares are, then I suggest you fuck a baby. And even if you do understand, fuck it anyway.
People are asking Boardroom Jimmy if they should invest in AIDS. It's trading on the NASDAQ.
I don't get involved in tawdry humor.
No, it's all business with him.
It's all business.
I understand, sir.
No tawdry humor.
I understand.
AIDS is trading low again.
And again. And again. And again. Right. Oh. All right. So you got a lot of pie charts in front of you there. Very impressive.
Of course it is.
All right, here we go.
NASDAQ composites my ass.
What do you think about NASDAQ, the tech stocks? How do you think the future looks in tech stock?
Bunch of bullshit! Short-term game, gentlemen. Short-term game. Put them all on puts and sell at $3,484.11. Not a dime sooner. Holy shit.
Yeah, someone's suggesting we ought to get the Jim Cramer sound effects. Yeah. The bull and the bear growling sound and all his dumb sound effects for when he's talking about the stock market. So when Jimmy goes off like that, you can just hit him. Because people call up all the time.
Yeah, I went into General Electric many years ago as a good blue chip stock, and I'm just wondering what your feeling is about GE. Jimmy?
I didn't hear a word you said. I was reading the profitability report. I get profitability reports every hour.
Yeah, as you obviously know, Ford had a tough year this year and was really down. Do you think they should jump in and try to maybe take over Chrysler?
I have specifically told both companies, get involved with commodities, gentlemen.
So you're saying an automotive company should get into things like bacon and orange juice?
Of course I am, because of fuels and metals and agriculture.
What about textiles?
I don't believe in textiles. No one's trading them anymore. You take that to the NASDAQ camp.
Greg from Long Island, what about the new cell phone, sir? The new cell phone company, T-Cell.
Oh.
Are they up or down on the Dow today?
You tell T-Cell they're losing shares rapidly.
Invest in broth.
Invest in broth and get that damn Brady spokesman out of there. He's doing nothing for the company.
I love Jimmy's stock advice. Well, a lot of people don't understand the merger because it's a very complicated thing. These are two big companies, a lot of money, a lot of debt. They're going to join up, and who knows what's going to happen after that.
Well, what are the stock prices? That was something we're supposed to review today. We didn't.
Well, up a bit. I believe XM went up a few points, a few dollars, a couple of dollars, and Sirius went up.
Well, how about some specifics? A couple of dollars is not what I was asking you.
Uh-oh.
I'm not sure the exact numbers. I believe it's something like 6%.
Check the Dow Jones. Wait till it gets to $42 and then purchase.
Well, that doesn't make sense.
Of course it does, Gregory. Purchase and then sell low.
Wait a minute. Wait, that goes against everything I've ever heard. So purchase high, sell low?
That's always the way you do it, according to NASDAQ. And Mel Carmazzi and I spoke about this at great length.
Well, Boardroom Jimmy is an expert on mergers and the stock market and portfolios.
If you don't understand capital gains distribution, I suggest you purchase some stock and then look at the NASDAQ, my friend. You sound stupid.
Very into the NASDAQ.
Of course I am. The Dow Jones is for faggots.
You don't like the Dow Jones,
How can you without a pillow between your teeth?
Boardroom Jimmy, this is not a popular a popular opinion here.
Who are we to say, Opie? People have their pens and paper out right now and they're taking notes because they're going to make a killing today just listening to Boardroom Jimmy.
We got to tell our listeners this is a privilege that you get to listen to Boardroom Jimmy. He's an expert.
Forget about that Jim Cramer guy, that money guy. Oh, he knows nothing.
Jim Cramer has the HIV. He got it from sitting on the Dow Jones.
You could sit on the whole Dow Jones?
You certainly can. Yeah. Just look at the stock index. Stop asking me questions, Gregory. This sounds a lot like Frank the Frowner, I've noticed.
A little bit, but a little more energy.
A little more energy, yeah.
Now, the market doesn't open for a little while.
I know that. I'm a part of the market. I have a seat on the exchange. It's next to a guy named Ted.
Do you like Ted? Do you like sitting next to Ted?
He's a pedophile.
Now, what do the indicators say, like the futures? Are they up or down? What's going to happen with the market based on what the futures are?
Fructose. Buy fructose.
Wow, you heard. I got to write it down.
Oh, my God, I'm writing
Everybody, fructose is your buy. That's your pick today.
I was thinking pork bellies, but...
Pork bellies are no good. Oil and gold are going into the toilet because fructose is now popular.
Fructose.
Fructose, all right. Fructose.
You get a better return on your equity.
Equity.
Now,
it's just like listening to the Money Honey.
We got some calls coming in.
Yeah.
Hi, Boardroom Jimmy. I was listening to the news this morning. I guess the earnings came out for the Home Depot, and they were down. Is this an indicator on the future of maybe building and the housing market?
Depreciable cost. That's all this is about. Depreciable cost.
What about JetBlue?
Depreciable cost, thank you.
What about JetBlue? Is that a good buy today? You know, they've had troubles in the last week or so, and the stock dropped a bit in the last few days, Jimmy.
This is the worst time to buy. You should wait another 6 weeks, wait till the stock is really low, and then buy before they go belly up. Because they're going to continue plummeting. So buy low and sell lower.
Well, that doesn't...
TWA is the airline to go with.
TWA. But that goes against everything.
It certainly doesn't.
What about calls and putses?
Total assets less current liabilities, my friend. That's what a put should equal.
Well, I don't know if that's what the definition is of a put.
It is what a put should be.
Yeah?
Yes.
All right. Well,
fantastic.
Yeah. Boardroom Jimmy. Another call coming in. Yeah.
Boardroom Jimmy, the automotive industry obviously having a tough year. Ford at its lowest in quite a while just recently. What about the idea that Chrysler is going to be put up for sale, and one of these other companies, General Motors or Ford, might actually buy Chrysler?
Or maybe a Chinese car maker.
Or Toyota, I believe, was in the running. What do you think about this?
I would say composite depreciation and purchase bicycles. Cars are old hat.
Well, Boardroom Jimmy, Jimmy.
So you're saying buy Schwinn? Schwinn bicycles?
Standard & Poor's 500. That's all that matters. And commodities are for queers.
Well... What
about fructose?
Fructose is the way to go. Unless you have a plunger in your toilet that you refuse to remove, then buy commodities and take a seat.
Well, how do you buy fructose?
Exactly.
Is it part of the Dow, the NASDAQ?
It's about both, but without the Dow Jones involvement. Double declining balanced appreciation, Gregory.
Calls you Gregory to
Of
keep
course
it
I do,
official.
Mr. Kamiya. Line of business reporting is what this is about.
Line of business.
Pay for profit, gentlemen.
Are we in a bull market there, Boardroom Jimmy?
We possibly could be.
Bulls or bears?
Bulls or bears? What do you got?
Who's running Wall Street?
It all depends on who you talk to. Bulls all think they're running it, and the bears all think they're running it. I think it's Dow and Jones. That's what I think.
All right, well...
Oh, well, we got the bull bear.
Certainly do weighted alpha. That's the key.
Oh.
And Synergy, anything on Synergy today, sir?
Synergy is for men with braces and yellow ties. That's who likes Synergy.
Wow, Boardroom Jimmy, people are just going nuts. They can't write fast enough. They want to make some money today.
Boardroom Jimmy, I've been looking a lot into the tech sector. I know it's a little more risky than the blue chips, but they seem to be doing well, and I'm thinking, is this a good time to jump into techs, at least for the short term?
I would say no. Go with Deutschmarks. Deutschmarks are the way to go.
Deutschmarks.
Oh, all right.
Deutschmarks.
If you're not buying precious metals, you're going to be left in the dust.
What about the blooms?
I don't know what the blooms are. They're just a rumor.
The rumor of the blooms.
The blooms don't exist. They were made up once.
Do you agree with the saying, buy on rumor, sell on news?
That was not a rumor. That was something I said one time in a blackout. I didn't mean it. I was drunk driving.
Wow. Boardroom Jim is giving out some of the best stock information I've ever heard.
Yeah, Boardroom Jimmy, my portfolio is a bit weak.
Unbalanced?
It's unbalanced. I need something. I need a good stock tip.
What
here.
about a hedge fund?
Yeah, what about hedge funds there?
Hedge your portfolio.
Yeah. I would suggest a hedge fund, but don't put any money into it. Put maybe $40 into a hedge fund, and then sit back and reap the benefits, my friend. $40. You'll put $40 into a hedge fund, then you can kick back your feet and have a pina colada on Easy Street.
Boardroom Jimmy, penny stocks. A lot of people love trading these things.
Yes, they're called Jews, Gregory. Effective annualized 7-day yield. That's what this is all about.
Oh, effective. Wow. I'm still trying to wrap my mind around the hedge fund.
Yeah. Of course you are.
$40.
Precious metals, blueberries. What do you got today? What do you got?
Precious metals are out. Nobody is touching them anymore. It's all fructose and NASDAQ. Everybody wants NASDAQ and some fructose.
Boardroom Jimmy, I got a question about oil. I'm thinking about getting into oil, home heating oil. Is this going to be going up or down? Do you see this in the near future?
Oil is a rumor. It's going away because magnets are now being used. Management's discussion and analysis. We had this at the meeting last week.
So you're saying I should invest in magnets?
Yes, and also phony radio voices, which is going to be on the Bubba 500.
Are you gonna? What do you think of this merger? Is it gonna go through?
I think that the merger will go through, but then the FCC will say it shouldn't have went through, and then they'll both go back to being NASDAQ, but not without fructose inclusion. Inclusion. Market surveillance, gentlemen.
Markets? What the hell is market surveillance?
Exactly. Who is this girl with a beard? Oh, sorry, Travis. It's all about e-business and .coms. How many times do I have to tell you that?
What about .com?
.coms are no good. Mutual funds. Wait until XM hits $39 and then buy.
Buy at 39?
At 39. That's
sell at 42.
All right, well, you would make a profit at least.
But it will never hit that high, will it, Gregory?
I don't know. You're
going to max out at $17.
Boardroom Jim, I'm thinking about actually taking my money out of the market, and I'm looking more into municipal bonds, tax-free municipal bonds. Well, what do you think? It's a pretty low risk. I'm thinking about doing this to fund my child's college.
I refer you to the Lipper Fund indexes. All of your answers can be found there.
It's a bull market.
The bulls are running.
The Dow Jones Industrial Average is 341.
What year is it?
Exactly.
Hey, Boardroom Jimmy, the upcoming elections. You know, we got a Democratic Congress there and stuff. Will this affect the stock market in the long run?
No one ever cares who's in office. It doesn't matter. The economy is overrated when you're buying precious metals and you're investing in commodities. For instance, gasoline. I buy it.
You would buy gasoline?
I certainly do.
How much should I buy?
Of it. I would say put at least $200 to $300 into the gasoline market and then sit back and relax on Easy Street.
Oh, I thought you were talking about your...
It's a works for you.
Oh, hey! Boardroom Jimmy!
Wow, Boardroom Jimmy, you've given me so many good answers today.
Of course I have.
I'm looking for a way to fund my retirement. What do you think about an IRA?
Oh, I don't like them. They support violence. I don't go for the IRA. I would say 10-year T-note yield. T-note yield is everything.
T-note yield.
Those and long yellow ties in the homosexual community.
What about war bonds? What about the black market, Jimmy? There's so many things.
I don't believe in breaking things down racially, Gregory. That's what divides us as a country. Blacks should be allowed to buy stock, although a lot of it.
Why not a lot of it?
Because they're not as responsible as white people. What is that noise? Oh, hello.
The bulls and the bears.
Yes, a modest gain is always popular.
A modest gain.
What? Soybean futures. I mean, the questions are coming in like crazy.
Well, why don't we take a call, and I'll be happy to answer any questions.
All right. Let's see. Here's a great question from Ford in Wyoming. Ford, what's up? You're on with Boardroom Jimmy.
Hey, how you doing, Hey, Jimmy, what do you think about the latex market?
Latex?
Yeah, the latex market.
The latex market is going to crash simply because other things are taking over. I refer you to the NASDAQ composite. Answer your own questions, please. This is child's play.
Louie in Jersey. Louie! Louie!
Hey, Louie.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Hey.
I would like to ask Boardroom Jimmy if you could tell me what I could do with my pork bellies.
Convertible bond and domestic hybrid funds. How many times do I have to say this?
Boardroom Jimmy, we're seeing a lot of action in China. What do you think about investing in China? Can this actually pay off in the future?
I would suggest investing in black retard wigs in China. They seem to be very popular on that group.
Whoa, hey!
Wow, that's getting the bulls are actually chiming in on that one.
The bulls are running today. Yeah.
Just don't invest in body hair because they don't have any of it. They're all so smooth, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Jeff, what do you got?
Yes, good morning, Boardroom Jimmy.
Jimmy.
I've heard your niceties. Get to the point, sir. The Dow Jones is plummeting.
It's not plummeting.
The market isn't open yet.
That's the problem, Anthony. How do you not understand this?
Boardroom Jimmy, I believe we hit an all-time high with the Dow yesterday.
We didn't. That was the NASDAQ S&P 500 composite. Sir, please, your question.
All right, Jeff, what do you got?
We know where you stand on fructose, but we're wondering what your position is on the Fructose.
Yeah, the Fructose stock, Boardroom Jimmy.
I would say that stock indexes indicate that Fructose has gone by the wayside, and I'm running out of steam on this one, too, sir.
No, he's saying no on the Fructose. Okay.
No. All right,
Well, a lot of great information today. Thank you so much, Boardroom Jimmy. It's just amazing, the financial information. I don't know how everybody that listens to him isn't a millionaire.
Yeah,
you just take his advice.
There's going to be a lot of brand new millionaires today when the market opens up at 9:30.
Is that when it opens?
Remember.
Well, Boardroom Jimmy, you should know when the market opens.
Well, I don't believe in going to the market. I just talk behind the scenes and then buy stock before announcements are made.
Remember, Fructose Invest in Fructose. Put $40 in a hedge fund.
Yeah.
And buy $300 in gasoline and sit back and watch the money roll in.
You put $40 in a hedge fund. You put a chaise lounge out. You kick your feet up and you enjoy Easy Street
with a nice big stogie right there.
A big stogie or some braces.
Boardroom Jimmy, before we go to break here, you got to remind the people how serious inside trading is, and that Well, what's your feeling on the inside trading?
Well, it was like when Mr. Parsons and Mr. Carmazzi and I were talking, and they said, hey, Jimmy, a big deal's going down. Buy stock now. I said, that should be legal.
The government frowns on inside trading.
Oh, they don't frown on it, Jimmy. It's just a little wink and a nod. They all understand what a bear market will do to a boy.
Well, all right, there you go.
God, I can't wait till the market opens so I could just invest in Fructose and $40 in my hedge fund.
And what was the other?
I don't know, something about the NASDAQ composite I have to do. And Dow Jones is for homos.
Oh, yeah. All right. Thank you, Boardroom Jimmy.
Thank you.
Amazing.
The info. Invest in pointy hats in China.
Right.
With grenades in them.
All right. Well, there's so many questions. Maybe we'll have Boardroom Jimmy on the show tomorrow.
Who knows?
Who knows, yeah.
Very volatile guy.
Well, yeah. The market is it volatile? Boardroom Jimmy? Huh? Is the market volatile?
I wouldn't say it's volatile, but I would say that it's kind of up and down.
Well,
it's very disingenuous. Why not just throw that one in there, you fat staple-stomached idiot? I would say invest in stomach staples for fat Florida DJs.
All right, well, you gave us a lot to digest there.
Yeah. Let's just let that soak in, and we got a good hour and a half. Market will open, and I see new millionaires being made just by taking his advice. Yeah.
All right. It's the